Steve had been teaching English so long that he called himself EFL Steve. That was his nickname. That's what we called him. Everybody knew him as EFL Steve, behind his back and to his face. A lot of people have become TEFL teachers to escape something in their lives as a change. You've either got young university graduates who are doing their first job, perhaps their first time living abroad. You've got older people who've got a lot of experience, but perhaps are in their 40s or 50s. And you get people who don't traditionally fit in into society, perhaps in England, becoming teachers. So in a lot of schools, you're going to get a very eccentric, eclectic mix of these personalities coming together, which is really interesting. And it can give you the opportunity to live in countries you could never have dreamed of living in, and survive. The other, what has been the traditional TEFL teacher in my eyes, has been somebody who perhaps needed to change the direction of their life. Something went wrong in their life, or they decided after 20 years of marriage they'll get divorced and travel. Maybe the job they did for 20 years, they finally got bored with the job and wanted to do something else. So you get a lot of people having a sort of second life. Part of me wanted to I didn't have any qualifications to say that I could teach English, so I wanted to prove to myself or to anybody else that I could do this. So I did a CELTA in Barcelona, and then took the job in Warsaw as what I thought would be 3 months, and it's turned into 5 years. I never planned to spend the rest of my life here, and I've seen a lot of teachers who seem to have been trapped here, and they're going to be trapped here forever. I mean, it's quite common for English teachers to get married to a Polish wife and settle down here, and in some ways that's a nice, comfortable lifestyle. But the Polish winter and living here for the rest of my life is maybe something I'll do in the future, but not right now.
Your own relationships, are you leaving anyone behind?
Well, I had a 2-year relationship with my boss at International House, which has been fantastic, was fantastic. And although there is still something between us, I think in some ways the fact that it hasn't succeeded perfectly up to now may mean that it isn't the relationship in my life. So, I mean, that's something I'm coming to terms with, but that's something everybody comes to terms with, regardless of their job or where they are in the world. So. Working together and being together has not been the easiest thing over the last couple of years. I didn't mind a woman being my boss or my girlfriend being my boss, much the case. It was more that you'd end up talking about the same people and the same things in the job all the time, which can become quite boring after a while and quite stressful. One of the reasons I'm going to Brussels and starting a new life is that I don't get trapped in a vicious circle where I'm not satisfied or I'm complaining or I'm bitter about things, rather that I try and keep things fresh and do something new. You don't want TEFL to become your life.